Let's have a look at the criticality of forecasting and demand management in powering performance. In today's dynamic markets, businesses that can predict demand with greater accuracy and manage it proactively hold a distinct competitive advantage. Forecasting and demand management are not simply technical exercises, they are strategic capabilities that align the entire organization around customer needs, operational readiness, and profitable growth. When executed well, they drive better service levels, lower costs, improved agility, and more resilient supply chains. At Integratos, we see forecasting and demand management as an essential part of integrated business planning, powered by people, best practice processes, and seamless system integration. The role of people: building ownership, accountability, and driving performance. At the heart of successful forecasting and demand management are people, not algorithms. Systems can support the process, but they cannot replace the business acumen, customer insight, and cross-functional collaboration that only people can provide. Sales, marketing, product development, and finance teams must work together to build a single, consensus-driven forecast that reflects both market realities and business plan goals. Clear roles and responsibilities must be defined. Who owns the statistical baseline? Who owns market intelligence adjustments? Who challenges assumptions? Forecasting should not be a side task. It must be a recognized and valued business discipline with ongoing training and leadership support. High-performing organizations foster a culture where people are encouraged to own the forecast, debate the inputs, and constantly seek to improve it. Without strong engagement, even the most sophisticated models will fall short. Demand management processes. Let's have a look at some key elements that drive demand management and foster collaboration and performance. Creating a baseline forecast. Start with objective statistical models to create an unbiased foundation. Keep in mind the importance of the data that you feed the model. It is only as good as the quality of the historical demand signal. Though there are complexities here, it is important to consider cleansing high-value products so that their historical data represents the true demand, not just historical sales. Collaborative adjustment is a key ingredient in creating a robust demand signal. Layer in qualitative inputs from sales, marketing, customer service, and product management. A vital component of the demand management process is the demand review. It's typically held monthly and integrated into the fabric of the IBP platform. It establishes a regular, structured demand review that is cross-functional, data-driven, and forward-looking. Finally, the demand review needs to be owned by an executive member responsible for sales and demand. This is a crucial ingredient, as leadership establishes accountability, drives improvement, and fosters collaboration. Segmentation. Not all products or customers are equal. Apply differentiated forecasting approaches based on value, volume, variability, and strategic importance. Exception management. Focus time and energy on areas of greatest uncertainty or deviation rather than manually reviewing every forecast line. Strong processes create consistency and reliability even as the business scales or faces unexpected market changes. They enable the organization to plan with confidence while staying flexible enough to pivot as needed. There are several complexities in process design, and one that I would like to highlight is the difference between an unconstrained demand signal versus a constrained signal, and importantly, how we manage the two. This is a complex area that we won't dive into today. However, it is important to flag it as a crucial element to be considered when building a high-performance demand management process. System integration is critical to effective demand management because it ensures that insights flow seamlessly across the entire business. When forecasting tools, ERP systems, CRM platforms, and supply chain management systems are properly connected, organizations can synchronize demand signals with production, procurement, inventory, and financial planning. True demand management excellence is built not just on better predictions, but on an integrated ecosystem where strategy, operations, and execution move together in rhythm. Data alignment. Forecasts must feed seamlessly into production, procurement, logistics, and financial planning systems. Visibility. Key stakeholders, for example, demand managers and planners, customer service and key account managers, should have real-time access to forecasted demand, actual orders, and key variances. However, changes to critical time fences must be managed carefully. Typically, this would be managed by the demand manager or demand planner to ensure changes can be made effectively and efficiently to drive value to our business, our customers, and our suppliers. Scenario planning. Integrated systems enable businesses to model different demand scenarios quickly and assess the downstream impacts across the supply chain and overall profitability and value of a potential opportunity or risk. Automation with oversight. While advanced planning systems, APS, and AI-based forecasting tools can enhance accuracy, they must be governed by human insight and strong process discipline. Key performance indicators, KPIs, measuring success. What gets measured gets managed. Clear KPIs are essential to drive accountability, improve performance, and focus the organization on continuous improvement. Critical forecasting and demand management KPIs include forecast accuracy, for example, MAPE, mean absolute percentage error, forecast bias, tracking systematic over or under forecasting, demand plan adherence, actual demand versus planned demand, service levels, fill rates, impact of demand, planning on customer satisfaction, revenue plan attainment, alignment of demand forecast to financial outcomes. These KPIs should be visible, regularly reviewed, and tied to both team and individual objectives where appropriate. Importantly, KPIs should be seen not just as performance measures, but as tools to foster learning and continuous process improvement. So in conclusion, forecasting, when executed at a high performance as a fully integrated business process, represents a strategic advantage to the business. Driven by proactive and engaged leadership, organizations that invest in the right people, world-class processes, integrated systems, and clear KPIs can move from reactive firefighting to proactive market leadership. At Integratos, we help businesses embed forecasting and demand management into the very fabric of their operations, not as an isolated activity, but as a daily discipline that powers collaboration, operational excellence, and sustainable growth. If you'd like to find out more about how Integratos can enable engagement and power performance through demand management, give us a call today. We'd love to hear from you.